Well, obviously, Eric, just being a fan of yours and following you and knowing everything that you've done on and off the field, you've been a guy that has used your platform over the years to talk about social injustice. And obviously, these last couple of weeks, we've seen it out there. And I wanted to just get your thoughts. And I know it's a very broad question, but as somebody that has been very vocal, when you see the NFL and star players and these videos come out from teams and owners, what did you think about it? Just the message behind it.
I thought, people are fed up. I think you see that all across the world with the protests, not even in our country, but overseas in other countries. I think people are fed up. And, what Colin and his protest did 4 years ago set the stage for all of this, creating a conversation in her country, it being on Front Street and in people's faces, and you can't deny it or refute it. I think it has created these past 4 years, it was building up all to this moment. And, I think we're at a point where people are fed up. People are tired of, what's going on. I've been inspired to see people, being unified and protesting together and, speaking out against racism and injustices together, and hoping for a better future. So I've been really motivated and inspired to see that.
Absolutely. And Erin mentioned those videos, and then right after, Roger Goodell comes out and says he handled that situation wrong. The league handled the situation, that they were wrong with a lot of things. And although he didn't say Colin Kaepernick's name, he took responsibility for getting it wrong. What conversations have you had with your teammate, Eric, about this upcoming season and sort of where you go from here? Because it's one thing to just say we want to change. It's another thing to do it. And you mentioned Colin, that was 4 years ago that he did that. What kind of actions have you guys talked about with your teammates that you plan on maybe doing this upcoming season?
Well, the conversation is centered around mainly not taking another 4 years and for change to actually happen. So action items of what we can do now we've been talking about things like just simple conversation that you can have at your home versus voter suppression and educating people and getting people registered to vote. Those are two very different action items, but both have immense impact. And so I think it's going to be need to be full circle in terms of the actions need to be taken to actually create change. But we've been having those conversations as a team, what we can do, and as an organization, what we can do in the forms of, protesting, donations, and also getting in the community and trying to create change from that level too. So I think it's going to encompass a bunch of different things.
Eric, it's one thing to talk, it's another thing to walk the walk. I think your head coach, Kyle Shanahan, walks the walk. And anyone who saw his unrehearsed statement over that Zoom video with media, he was raw, he was vulnerable, and he said things long before there were statements coming out from teams and PR staffs. When you saw Kyle Shanahan's comments in response to the week that was when he came out and spoke, what was your reaction? And what do you see every day from your head coach in regards to just being the man that he is?
Yeah, great respect for him doing that and, saying how he felt in front of everyone. We had private conversations leading up that week. Kyle and John came into each group's Zoom meetings, and we had conversations about what was going on. And we were able to share bluntly how we felt on the topic. And what was going on, and how we have, individually became impacted throughout our lives by, systematic racism. And, he was able to tell his experiences too of things that happened to his friends and be really blunt and have great conversation. And so for him to take those conversations and how he feels and let everybody know that in his press conference, was immense. And, for me personally, I feel as a Black man that white people can have a huge impact in this fight against injustices, and even more of an impact than even someone like I can, because when I say it, I'm complaining. When white people say it, it's easier for others to understand. So I really respected him for saying that.
Well, you have 3 allies right here on this show, and I know a lot more. So anything that we can do, I think that's my biggest takeaway over the last couple of weeks is, I'm here to listen and to help and to do anything that I possibly can, because I clearly wasn't doing enough, and anything I can do to help, I will. I wish I could sign the Players Coalition like you did. You were one of the 1,400 players, coaches, and executives to sign this Players Coalition letter to end police immunity. Why was that so important for you, Eric, to make sure that your name was on that petition?
It's super important, and any opportunity I can to fight against injustice and what I believe in, I'm going to take that opportunity and to be on that bill that's being presented to end police brutality and really change the system. It was paramount for me to be on that list and sign that, and that's where change really happens. It's in laws and breaking down the systems that are in place, and so to be a part of that and be on that, it was super important for me.
Well, we thank you for taking time out of your busy day to join us. We honestly can't thank you enough. We stand by you. We sit next to you. We kneel next to you. Anything that we can do to support you, we will. Thank you for taking time to join us on Quarantine Q&A. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you guys for having me.
For the best NFL coverage anywhere on the internet, follow NFL on Fox, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.